afternoon, everybody. We at Niki's at Newtown.
Bonang here. Welcome to the Plug Souls podcast, episode 4, where innate meet intangible. I am Motlatsi Motseki, there only the level legend, and today I'm joined by
Aiseng Molutsi. Aiseng Molutsi. I don't have a lot of text.
Yeah.
I don't know how these things work because just wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to our 4th episode. As the living legend said, this is our first episode of Plug Souls, musical, poetry, and everything else. And we have this.
Before we get there, Moga, where are we?
We are in Newtown. We are at Niki's Oasis restaurant. Oasis Niki welcomed us. We're excited to be here. We are very happy to be here, excited. Thanks to Oasis Niki. Hopefully the relationships grows and grows and grows and grows. And yeah.
You know what? Today we have an aura. We have magnetism. we move in sequence and series. We have a sister in the word, in the works of words. We have a plethora of spirituality. We have someone who is an embodied and embedded herself within the soil of the archipelago. We have a go today and a radio personality. We have the dopest poet. We have a politician.
Essay writer.
We have an author who has been some of her works has been published.
A blogger.
For Motseki and whatnot.
A blogger.
Yeah, bro.
Hey.
What can we say, man?
The universe, what?
Universal loss of power. Did you make it today? Yeah. So I'm Motlatsi Motseki, Aiseng Molutsi, and today we welcome
Aiseng, Karabo Word.
Yeah, man. Welcome. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Yeah. Hey. Motho tla bua Sesotho tsatsi
Ha
sa le re tiana le ena mona ke re ke tla ka sekgowa o ntsa ke re tsatsi le ke moqebela Welcome.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Aiseng, Karabo Word. Pili ria kai kapa kai re ke tla le ke itsebise. Okay, Aiseng, Karabo Word. Ke stompi ke ausi mokhutsane go la dibrele a lesako le le sesane ka menung ka sekgowa ke gap ke qale ke dumedise badimo bohle bona ba tlhao ba go kametseng re le setšhaba sa rantse sona sa ke bulane ha ke qeta mo be ke dumedisa tlhatlha matsholo the creator that is the universe a re dumeletseng ke qale ke latedise hantle phofolo kaofela tsohle tse ke di anang ke dumedise kaofela bataung ba ga mogele makulukutana makobatsi e re bona ha ba tsena mo ditheo temenyane ya go tsana ke dumedise kaofela bona ba tloba se kgwane ba tshama lefumana bana ba thatela ditlou tse fulang hae gobane di hloka modisana ke dumedise le kaofela bona ba kwena ba dibedi bona ba tsading tsena sengwatha sa maobane le bua le ausi ya mogutshwane ausi ya ambitious empa she stands for kindness halala
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a Rocky.
Phew. So ke se boka sa heno so.
Yes, ke ana phofolo tse tharo.
Eling
Tau le tlou le kwe.
So ka sekgowa, that's an elephant.
Yes.
That's a lion.
Yes.
And that's a
crocodile.
Lacoste.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. That's in Lena, re tsere ga itse da rona ra tla fela re tlo qoqisana le shebisane tse itseng ka ha a sa hlalositse ka pa a buile boemo ba hae hore kena ke mang o ana diphoofolo tse fe hantle a ntsa boka le ba fitileng pela hae ba mo tsamaisa mme ba tlanne ba dula mo tsamaisa ntsa sa le ba le ena tla ka matso sene sa ya ga itse ya ka banna
the beautiful spirit. Yeah. So with ka tsohle tse o di buile how o itsebisa nna ke batla o tseba hore na Aiseng Karabo ke mang, like ke mang o tswa kae o holetse kae pele re tla ho tsena tse di tsena kaofela. Ausi Karabo ke mang? Re utlwile ke Stompie, re badile ditheke tsena kaofela, radio personality, politician,
Yes.
blogger, just kaofela. I want to know who Karabo is. I don't know Karabo.
Okay. Karabo, ke bona. Ke ausi ya buang haholo. O huletse ka Gauteng empa hae ha a re o ya hae ka December o stampa passport. O ya ka lapeng ka Lesotho mo ha Lesotho teng. Yes. Karabo o huletse lekeisheneng le lenyane just south of Johannesburg, re ka tjhore ke ka Val. Ka Mixing Mena. Yes, ha esale ile nna. As you can see, Karabo ke motho a moya. But I can't do focus on ntong because I believe for ha re le batho ba moya, especially we live in two worlds. We live in the modern world as much as we live in the epi world. So mosebetsi wa rona ko re tsebang ko re adapt and we should actually balance the equation. Yes. So ha esale le motho a moya ever since I tsiba kona ile punya when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
And then ka amohela mosebetsi like officially as ke dumela ke tloela denial ya bongwana when I was 15 years old. And then obviously it's not like a easy, it's not like a orange juice or something like that. But I don't define myself as abuhlali or intelligent. I describe myself as a hard worker. Yes. As not only the laka because I'm not just because I want to be famous. No. Because how Kala Ubali that thought it becomes hard for you to stay there. And now for you to actually stay there all in the name of I want to be famous. I just love art. I'm a lover of beautiful things. I'm a lover of art. I'm a lover of jazz music as well. Yes, kimutwa jazz, kimutwa mainstream, and open up I mean, dude. Exactly. This sounds like Andiana. The way this saxophone in Lanka thing, I mean the trumpet that is. I feel like it sound Andiana anyway. I am an old soul. Yes, in a young body. In just like a short thing and a body. Yes. How about you? Okay, Karabo, how old is you? Not because how old you age. I tell you, I'm 16 years old because I have a cute face. Yes.
She is indeed 16 years. I confirm.
I was gonna get there. Niki Mutuame Habutu age. Mutuame age. How old is Karabo?
She is 16 years old.
Alright. She's not allowed to vote. Asa Hunufmana Motsaka vote.
I think. Banyani man.
No matter I didn't know again.
Kinali ona, but Kinali 16.
Alright.
But we would see the part A.
Bona. Tempete, no my first I'd say that.
60.
Tona, I just want to learn him to our best gate. This was a son of Gama. Upon Femagibone, Gabiking, and I can call it Pelamoya. Pass and clean. Yeah, Karabo. Jonaga Satan City or keep Karabo Jama or Tokai or Kaitokai and Indonesia. And right out here. Twena ya botaki ya art e kadidoka.
Yo, I think I've been an artist ever since I've known myself. Saras. It's just that self-idealization, but finally, I am an artist.
Yeah.
But I've always artist, you're always considered as the weird one. You're always the weird one. Because like even in your thinking it's different. Exactly. It's rooted because how should I be in touch? Just because we wanna this is black. We're not guy wanna feel like it black. But then nang guy wanna ili more than that. Just by an I wanna feel like an object. I wanna feel like an object, but now I can actually come up with the whole story, like a history behind that. Like Jaloka na like I think that's where Motibaga comes from. Like I am a narrative writer. So I don't just write a fella manzi for you to like go and anything I crack this narrative when you are a writer. And how obviously your writing becomes boring because maybe one last in the sentence what does it mean? Are you expecting your kilolata Oxford dictionary or whatever? No. Yes, so that you can actually and actually because I feel like my writing is not just writing fella, but I provide an experience. Do you understand? I want you to have this picture that I had so that you can actually have this vivid image. Yes, why yes.
Speaking of which, sorry to cut you in, I went through your blog and I think this was a beautiful article. And please, I want to hear more about that, like your experience as a commuter.
Oh,
I think it's back in 2019. Your experience as a commuter. And sorry, the reason I'm actually bringing this up is because you just said now, you are sharing an experience.
Yes.
What was I thinking at that time? And on that blog, you talk about school and so go on into which like how you sharing your experience. No, yes, I think I
okay. Not only because not only like the true life stories. Even when I write just the fiction. I want you to in my imagination. It should feel so real. It actually happened. You must how buka into a place. It must I'm actually just sitting down. But you actually going through a journey. This is what is happening. And for some point in that time, I felt like the person, the first person, so anyway, it's one of my favorite essays actually.
Wow.
My essays so far. Yeah, but I have this other one. I fell in love with the Zulu man. Wow. It is Yeah, well, yeah. Dude,
she fell in love with the Zulu man.
I fell in love with the Zulu man.
We need to read that. We need to go read that.
And we share because I mean, hi Saliki it's Amaisa, but then for some reason I feel like for some reason.
Yeah.
And ever since okay, when I want to share something, whatever, but like okay, do you want me to tell this story or what? Because okay, it's beautiful. I mean, so do you want people to read this or how did you want it to but a lesson to me because it is something that happened. Why wanna take it on? Yes, so Hasson Garabi great, but it is a beautiful.
You cannot wait.
It is I fell in love with the Zulu man.
Are we gonna hear it at the end of the show?
It is an essay.
Okay, so yeah, maybe just like how
it's an essay. I wrote about experience here by I fell in love with the Zulu man. Obviously, what's up? I'm Baba Zulu, Baba Johan. Mama,
Ngisho ke.
Ngakwenzela.
Wayibona ntonyana
Lesi ngihamba la phaya emgaqweni.
Ujabanyana wo,
Habi.
Yes, ngiyabona le ntombi ukuthi hayi kumele ngikhulume nayo.
Wayibona
Ngathi ke kunjani ke sisi wena ungangisomuhle nje.
Wayibona nto, and then you feel like
Usophathile inhliziyo yakhe.
wayibona nto.
Hayi ngimba.
Ngacinga ngelinye ilanga ngisale nemphupha ngavele ngabeka wena ntokazi ngacabanga ukuthi hawu Nkosi yami
Nito eyakabuza uyangifaka noma uyangikhipha. Mongifaka uyangifaka noma uyangikhipha. Ungifake kumnyameni noma ungikhiphe enhluphekweni. And then obviously umuntu awubutha njalo watsiyeleyo. Yes or no? Phela is it yes I agree or no I'll give you time or no I'm giving you a chance.
Father.
Why?
I think she fell in love with the Zulu.
I felt it. I fell in love with the Obana Utanidi Bonaka fella. It's not like Mushomi, he was the first guy.
Yeah.
But that one, I mean, that was a whole new because there was a baby involved and there was family involved. There was just a lot going on. Yes. So yeah, it is a beautiful piece. Kibata one day. Kibata I swear. But anyway, going back to
do you remember I just want to share this. I want to share this. We are having a conversation in Motlatsi.
Okay.
Same experience that you have. And I was not happy with his response. And the same experience that you have. Nakimo Xhosa / Swan. It's not about me. But then I was saying to Motlatsi, there's something about Zulu.
I don't know, I don't know. It's like overall have a freya, but she man batting ikarabaking what classing. Ikarabaisa skolong. You sit down and then you open your book. And then like la umuntu esifazane uma akanje nakanje uma aphendula kanje isho kanje. The motive is to be humble.
Yeah.
In the first stage.
I know the answer. I've had a privilege to be around Mazulu, like street Zulu. Street go over for over a year. Makaya, like Makaya.
Yeah.
One thing over there, umthetho. When it comes to like umthetho principle.
Yeah.
When I lead this family dichotomy.
Yeah.
Keep the principle as it is, whereby the principle is to make sure that whoever you bring into the family needs to be and how no before when we partake so that whoever you're gonna bring into the family are gonna follow. So get that lineage and the principle and how they grew up. And there are only certain not rituals, only the customs and events whereby most of the time they go they celebrate that day. But not the age group, but okay, from this age we need to be initiated in this way. From this age to this age need to be initiated in this way. So get that in here. So Haile Jwalo, Ota Asanza Ali Ate Evan. I'm not gonna take advantage of this person because I can speak well poetry. That's poetry, but when I do my spoken word poetry, I need to make sure I'm intact with myself and where I need to be.
Yeah.
The reason why I want to so because they understand the psychology.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it makes sense. I mean, kilabua kayona until not Murame Wasizulu as such, but I spoke about it on my show. How ulimutu in anything and everything. Ukasifi mutu mtusina.
Yeah.
Wana tena na how kafisha uno kakabumpetu kan. Kisna turanta. Kitaonea kaiki ngaka. Why until it goes with respect and everything. Why until.
So Linda, I share the same sentiment a lot, and mtena na gibwile hangata to so many people. Kerata ho yetsa tjena na ho hlalosa ka tsela ha ke tla ho wena ke re mphetula ona le o tlo mpaka o ka se mphiso sla so nna ke rata ho e freeze ka tsela if ona le lerato o tlo fana ka lerato.
Yes.
If ona le anger
o tlo fana
ka anger. If you are irritated o tlo fana. So some people it's so easy for them to go to shout or to do anything realize that's what you have.
That is who you are. Wa bona ke mokgwa e leng hore o so o nyetse. You say when you are one with it now, like it's part of your breathing.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. And how obviously I'm an advocate of the universe. Whatever you do, the universe gives it exactly what it is. So you have a bad attitude, the universe will also have a bad attitude towards you. When you see but what Karabo but hey man, baggage that ish la man, so that you actually get to smile from a genuine perspective. How are you? I am fine.
And it's written. You can see it.
Yes, exactly.
Because that's what you have.
Dude, and that is who you are. Yeah.
It's the same as asking me, how are you? I'm fine. Those are just words. But you're not.
But you're not. Why not you? Yes. So kick into it.
As above, so below.
Yes.
Okay.
That's very rare, actually.
Okay. Yeah, Niki Palamabas for 3 years. So Niki passing how inanali what the feel yabo apartheid we are artists guys. You know I can in a place and feel the aura. Why want to and just really this thing of okay this place you know
Wow.
Why wanna yes. So with me this is just how my I think with everything and anything, buildings, objects, name it. I can actually give you a whole story. Okay, this is what happened. And I have the advantage of but internet. I think in my imagination the way it feels like I described a building whereby I looked at a building and I just heard voices immediately when I just checked that building and then I felt like for some reason moving like how change like a picture it changed like immediately. That is how it was. When it just changed and then I automatically saw but how black people were treated, how the white man, and the power behind it, and then the history behind before the modern person, the modern black person, before this is what happened. And the voice of Verwoerd or Smith or whoever, Sipo, I don't know, I understand until like that thing, like I and you get to see each and everything. Mona, especially more Johannesburg, not most the buildings dila chincha or dila chwatu or what. It's just that dila like a facade, like a facade, but like okay, ibe acceptable into like the new South Africa. But when I pushing affirmative action, unity in diversity, and but the feeling, the original. There is still the spirit of Sipo who died because of committing suicide. Third floor. The toxic environment, the toxic working environment. Plus, the wife and the mother and the kids. And anything they're not even sure, am I going to see my family again? Because what if probably they are bombed by the tear gas and bomb and the gun and the shotgun and whatever and maybe bala terrorize like the bull terriers or bulldogs or whatever or if I go back home, will I still find home the way in Katena? Together the homota high and Luola high and everybody and everything. the customs that I grew up under, Yahoo pasta and what. In total, they were actually stopped, and then my family was actually forced to go into church. Do you understand? So yeah, like that is just how my head works.
That's
Sure.
a bit
Hey,
like,
hey. You went on.
but you know,
That is just how my head works. Like my imagination is so like it's that vivid. It is that wild because I feel like I think Linto it was influenced calling Jalo Kaikicho when you're an artist name only that weird one.
Yeah.
I was always regarded as that weird one. I was always a reader. Mutu oratang history reading, not just like history. I always wanted to know okay, hobane ka mokgo re philang ka teng. Ho no phila jang pele ho mo. Why re phila ka mokgo re philang ka teng?
What?
Sankofa.
Why one until like I've always been that person of why I've always been that leader. I think ke yona ntho e entseng gore e hlohlolose taba ena ya ka ya ho rata politics. So much so that I furthered it while on university as well. But not political science as such. Let's not believe I'm talking about political science.
We will pass a lot. We will pass a lot.
No. Political science is just a module.
Yeah.
It is just a module.
Yeah.
But program, it's like it's a public administration and management. So it's what's my politics, especially on a wide, like on a large scale, like a nation or a country. It's only like a business whereby kitabala BBA, for example, business management, because I want to be an entrepreneur and everything it's like business related, economics for business.
Yeah.
Business headlines, Unlike for politics, there's like public economics, public administration, public together in politics because I get politics is the story behind.
Yeah.
Why one and two. So the total it's more. It's like the theory and the practice. Why one and two. So yeah. Please read it, ne?
Okay. I think
Read it because I mean in a way I think Kifanika an idea of what am I talking about because I want you to understand okay the modern person uphila jwang and ka mkgo a philang ka teng ke ka lebaka la politics ya maobane. Yes, and how yesterday's manner and influences today and sometimes it is our choice okay how it will also influence tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why one?
So it's like a thin line between yesterday and tomorrow.
Yes.
So like what do you do between yesterday and tomorrow?
And in some instances you actually get to realize, okay, life is cyclic. What happened yesterday continues to happen today. It's just like in a different color.
I think in the Bible, the Ecclesia it says something like that, or whatever that's happening on earth. The guy who asked God, I just want to be smart. I think somewhere there he says you are not the first person to ask these questions. I swear now we have a cloud of witnesses, like whatever that you can think about today, chances are that has been done before. I think it even goes on to say whatever that's happening now has happened before. Maybe the times have changed. Mentality has changed. We have changed from everything. It has happened.
Hence, it's the same thing but in a different color.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. What's another mucho? I thought like I'm who scotch is brown. Scotch is black.
Yeah.
But it's scotch and it's the same thing. Yes, the same thing. Why one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to go back imagination. I remember the phrase art imitates life. So with that being said, for art imitate the life, your imagination was able to paint all of these things, these possible scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Sipo, you might have Aiseng because of the pressure of the toxicity and all of that.
Yeah.
And this thing, check it, only this generational thing. Sometimes it might be generational what curse.
Curse. Yeah.
Whereby because kana yema morena moholo o ile a tlola lefatshe ka tsela e tlwaetseng ka teng due to certain pressures. So this is cycling thing, it can come back. It may not be 2 generations, can be 5 generation 5 10 and jwale bo ha o latella taba tse bontate mo motho wa on the 5th generation ha sa tsamaya jwale lo phata kapa lo batla tsebo ya lineage o fumana hore hona le motheo mo o le hone hallo etsa le go itla motho ke ra 1694 1694 man this has happened and this is 2024 and now cycling
is coming back for all you know his journey was not done like
kabelo ya hae
hakata sana sithi really ona or others I think ke yona ntho bohloko ka ho ba motho I think ke yona ntho bohloko bane re jere ntho tse leng ha re ditse you know tse leng ho mohlomong di qadile kae it takes me back to my opinion about Zulu people ha ke tsemohla morabe wa maZulu how we talking jwalo ka ho morabe wa maZulu o tlo hlalosa nna ngwana ma a tswetsweng ke man you know mina wabani wasuka ngabani ngenza they take it from there you know I feel like we promoted Zulu people.
No, it's not.
I'm just saying.
No, the thing is, besides Ubapo, I can't hlalosa motho. You're like, it's like when on a jena how to no Karabo Word didn't talk at the age and it doesn't mean you're pafa of it. Why one? It's just that what you feel like okay, Karabo Word jena. Going back to Oichilong Abit, o tla thola gore mohlomong ke something that happened ya hlaela ntho eo ditlhatlhobo I bona we by motho okay a bona okay re a bona ntate gore monana o tlo tšhaiswa ke terene ha re fihla re botsa gore motho moholo ho etsagalang ho tuna he ena ho se ke la ba le motho moholo a hlokahalang ka terene hence bohlokwa ba eng ba hore ho etsweng ka seZulu se biza ngokugeza idlozi ho bohlokwa hore bo hlatswe idlozi fanele ligezwe ukuthi kuvalwe lo mkhokha lo ukuthi umuntu lo uma ezobuya angabuyi with the same thing you understand for example let him iriketse mohlala ha eba neng ke la kula ka bona ka lefatsheng la ka kwana ka kula ka tshwarwa ke arthritis ka korobana ka hlokahala I think as black people we reincarnate. Ha ke kula jalo ka tsuwa ha ke tsuwa ho wena. Ke a o korobatsa. Why understand that too? We both why at such a young age ke a korobana or like all of a Sundays ke korobana and I didn't even realize or I didn't even imagine myself. Ele hore ha re sheba re no motho o eleng hore o pepile o na korobane bothata e la ba hore mohlang ana patua kapa before ana patua ke there are processes tse etsuwang before motho e re le se tla re beya ka lekasi and stuff ha ya stopwa ntho ha jetso okay hona tjela ga o hlatsa le siki ena ha go hlatsa le siki ena na re etsa gore mohlang o tlo tsuwang o ska tsuwa ka boima bo e leng gore wena o no bo jele ka lefatseng la ka kwana o tsuwe hantle ke sharp but o ska tsuwa le disiki tsa hao tshwana le motho a hlokaetseng ka cancer ha e baneng lo muntu lo angagezwanga angatshelwanga ukuthi okay right iyasala lento le la emhlabeni le yona nama enana isikatsamaya o ipepele ka nqane ho ha o tlotla gutla e gutle ka yona tla re qetetse iketse eng lefa
ke kopa ke ba hanyane fela ha o ntse hlalosa tabeng something interesting ke kopa just to pick up a very usual basic something that we see every day. Could that be the case maybe with Tabaya Bojana? Do you know how you find somebody can one J? Can it apply into Katame Salasawari? Mucho Tamili tawa like maybe we should answer down for all you know. I know why it's a lamore, Mutomon had incarnate. I hope I said Mutomo. This person just becomes a little over but when you find them but they can't explain how. Could that be the case?
Sometimes it could be the case. Kitawetse tsa mohlala kana. Wa bona nna ngona ke ning monna. O mong a ke ning monna. Ke lekaku. Lekaku ke bo ausi. You understand? Ke ba eleng hore it's ba bona ke bo ausi nyana ba o rata cleanliness. From a distance motho mong a ka tshwa Karabo wa itjwetsa.
Need free.
Why one not only we need freak but proud, yes. From a distance, how do we look at what you're also get up? Yes. But it's not even the case. He come home to like aling
yeah.
Why one and two? Yes. So tonally mutu hai baning utamaile ale bohai. Bohai bona nantate. Hey.
That 10 times.
Hey.
Worse.
Hey. Le ha khutla. Utathola ibe hey like
hey, yeah. Jay.
Why wanna
oh, that's why sometimes in our families we find what's about trying to hold mama?
reincarnation. Exactly. Wa bona o tshwana le nna Yesu bana le nhlalosa jalo mwa ka ka mkho bina ka teng o tsa nna ka mkho o limpetiti ka teng o tsa ka mkho o leng ka teng ka mkho o na le o mana ka teng ke ntate moholo ntate mahunye ke a tsa o sa tsui o bane ke ntse tsa hore it's either now otherwise ke le clapa ka o fela ke no taba le lona.
That's explaining a lot.
It's the reincarnation. The thing is there's a difference between black and white.
Yeah.
With white people they don't have culture.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they don't have soul. Black people, on the other hand, now we have culture. We are rooted. We have soul. You understand? That is because we are kings. What makes us kings is because we are closer to the Creator.
Yeah.
We are closer to the gods of nature. You understand that too? Hence, renale batu ba like re ana dintho tse fapaneng. Ha ke itshwa ke re ke dumedise bading bohle ba tlhaba go ka metseng le tshaba sa ratso sona sa ke. Check our surnames, for example. Surnames tsa rona, it's not just names. Mohlomong e ka ba mabitso fela. But then check hore ke tswa kae ho ana eng. Jalo ka ke tshwa ke re nna ke ana phofo ba ke ana phofo. O mong motho a ka ba surname. Let me just take an example. Mhlanga. Mhlanga ke eng? Ke lehlaka. Lehlaka ke eng? It is a plant. That means this person has the spirit of the plant.
Interesting.
Do you understand? Yes. With that being said, all these powers kaofela ha tsona di fapane, di sebetsa ka tsela tse fapaneng, empa they are connected and di sebedisana mmoho, right? For healing. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ha itse daka wa tseba ntho tse ntse bua ka tsona ke some of the topics tse lo wa di highlight seyalemoyeng sa
Ilanga Labantu Radio inaneong la Rooted in Care.
ha tse ke mametse tjena o bana ke ka o mamela haholo fela and this topics da hlokahala jwale e batla go botsa ka thotsa bongaka not hanyane fela ne re bona ba bang ba dingaka in the past month ba ne le di-celebrity to ba ba tseba di-celebrity ba tlohella tsela ena bokgolo le temo and by publicize ba re jwale gona re khutlela Kristen Harro e ka ba ntwe e ba kwa ke
Okay. Re ke qale ke outline e tjena. I first mentioned all of us were kings. Sapele ha re le batho, we all have that gut feeling.
Yeah.
Ke what's as khwa se mnate jang? Ke bitsa gut feeling.
Ya itlhalosa yo.
Setso ke le jozi. Ke setimo. That is your guardian angel. Empa se khwa se re guardian angel. Se khwa se re gut feeling. Empa ke setimo sa everybody o tsamaya le sedimo. It's just that ke bao le bao fela e leng hore ba phahama go ba marena. Wa e bona ntho. Ha re le batho, people should understand one thing. Ke dila ke jetse ke rotsa I feel like dingaka tse ding. I don't know go sa tsebe setso go matisa tšhelete. Between the two. Not everybody o hloka ho twasa. Ha motho ha a kula. And le teng ha a o twasa, ha o motho a twasa, o twasetsa dintho tse fapaneng. Not everybody it means no. Those people, maybe firstly, into you. Wabona hunali pina ya stimela. Nana Coyote, no pinanya ya family. Or desperation gives you no room for doubt.
Desperation gives no room for doubt.
Desperation gives you no room for doubt.
Yeah.
That is when you're desperate. You need all the help that you take all the help that you can possibly get. Oh, in Hana, it shall be done to.
Yeah.
Because you're desperate. So how usually it becomes hard for you to doubt because immediately was fire. Why wouldn't you? Baba mbabona uzothola ukuthi umuntu wakhona bekufuneka nje phela ukuthi alashwe. Phela afoniswe phela not ukuthi manje kumshapele athwase kumhlohle kalifa. Limakobongo lidi no. Bakudingeka nje phela ukuthi lo muntu alashwe.
Cha.
Nje phela phela. And then okhona mokulashwa yena akulashwa yena phela impa kulashwa leli dlozi leli elikuye ekutheni ngale they are not rested in peace. Hence they come back to ask you to actually finish their job. Hence when we are people, can you please do the right thing? Can you please do good things? Can you please, I'm not saying we should be perfect, but at least try to attend to it right. At least try to how because ubuhlungu gona tjena ha o gutla o so imetsa ngwana o sa jetswa o na le sekoloto sa jase o na le sekoloto sa that tlamile o iphamisa na tjena o kudisa wa o press because le yena ka kona ba mo pressa baba if you don't get your things in order you're not going to sit with us here in the royal family. And because you're not worthy because how I take it in you understand Antonio? The reason why I publicize social media for
fourth industrial
because everybody does everything for clout. Like it's wrong. I want to publicize it.
Trend.
Trend.
To become a content creator.
Yes, I want at least I can 1K views or 1K likes or shares or whatever, but at what expense? At what expense? Because leader apio na tjena na dintho tse tibileng o so di share out in the streets. So what does it mean? What does it tell me? For me it means this person has self-esteem problems.
Okay.
Why? Because you seek validation from the next person. Someone else like, no, you're right, I'm content. No, if you were content, you know, never weep apart.
Because ask you, it's been all over. Somebody saying, I retire. And I'm like, okay. How did you get to a point? I mean, this is supposed to be a calling. Not even supposed. It's a calling. How do you retire from a calling? And don't mistake me, right? There's a difference between a gift, a talent, and a calling. They're all separate. But calling is something that it's a calling. How do you retire? Which I believe that's what you were asking, Kingshan. It's celebrities, they have a calling. And then you retire. Football is a talent. Certain age you can't run. Then it's okay to retire. It makes sense.
You need a physical.
And now you retire, you have somebody has went to you for a consultation, right? And you help this person. How do you retire? So when you retire, you say, what are you saying? I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it. Because if you say, I don't want to do it, then that means it's you first. It's not your calling first. It's you. You come before your calling.
You don't retire. What you can say is, the thing I'm not condoning it. It's not cute. It's not nice. It isolates you. You get to lose yourself. we're not the physical, because this is the spiritual taking over. And there's a lot going on. This is the spiritual wanting it overcome the modern world. I, for one, when I was still in denial, I was also that part of the thing. I'm not, I know. I haven't win it.
Yeah, no.
I haven't win it. Even though mama na mama na whoa kamapai whoa kadifa whoa, I think I was still in denial because sapili it takes you lose friends, you lose family, you lose yourself, you lose the ntho tse ngata tse leng hore o di bona di le valuable ho wena ka nako eo. But as time goes on, you realize all these things they are valuable to you. Empa sedimo sona se bone gale hore ha di hloke around you, hence ke la o tlhotlhora. Why one and two? So those people are just going through the most. And it's not gonna be cute. Because look on a kuta jenana who semonat. I remember very well kineki kulota. Nama payaka ne kwa lahletse hanja kwana. Opa. Anta collector le way. It wasn't cute hane ke le batla. Hane ke le batla back. Yes. Kineki kentse week tsatsing la teng kineki le ausi. Wa nkutlana ke reng?
O le ka.
Le ka.
Ngwana ka. Ke wena ke re no ka re ho bona re ntsha week o ila telefatse ke le toropong.
Atho.
Wa nkutlana ke reng? Not Mona, but in Johannesburg. Yes. In the door. Wa gonna re ntsha. Ke rena ke re hey, I'm sick. I'm sick. What's wrong? I don't know. I have the flu. But kids, no. Ka fihla hae, o no se monata ne ke le batla le paile. Mama potsa go keng. Whoa. Ka funtula ntate. Ka funtula. Hey, kalata le mare aka, everything ene ke phamisitse gore. O bona everything.
Wow.
Yes, everything ya ke ne hloka la back to. Immediately ke tseta o linka ha ke emela gore ke le hlatso o sane le ntse le le go le hlale ka le fasa hlonka so ya thula re tu
Immediate.
ka fola ka re tu ka ba right and then you realize okay ene le bonyane wa bona o ntse le mocha industry e ya moya. I'm telling you lala, it's not cute. What about when I don't talk again? I wanna because this is you investing. Understand? Tagaza G, Tagaza cool.
Tagaza G.
I wanna
Keep it motivate or
oh, you wanna do?
Yeah.
Go through the most for the host. Sidimu su like kabo. We understand? Limili ko you like kabo. O batla la hlatso, o batla o ipolaya. Why wanna joke? No, the Christ way is better. But there's no Christ way in Africa. You're lying. Don't come with white people things.
Convince I can put this.
Because I wanna how I've never been dead, but I'll tell you that I was taught by Mkhunaka Kapo. Okay. How there's no this thing now, okay, we are gonna go in a train, we are heading to heaven, we are gonna be asked whether you're going to hell or heaven, when you're going to hell, you're gonna burn, waka fish space there. No. How only Motlatsi? Right. Loko panali ba him. Everybody. How before you actually sit stulon saborena, everybody na le stulo saborena. Everybody go okene to tsakazelong li ba botsa okay so ka 2001 how no sia ngwana motho ka ngwana mo phia no go tsale ke ngwana rona so you can't sit with us so what must okay, so o ga setsa bo mang cause ona thaka ya ha o mona what must happen? So this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna wait here in the waiting line. Nahana ka nako you're gonna wait here, ka nako o hlokaetse kgale. Ba bang ba hlokaetseng after wena. Bona ntse ba feta in the line. Ba feta ntse ba dilo, "Ai, here's your chair la. Come, ibilaneng wena ona tjenana ga o kgetha ga o hlopa o tlo ba sedimo se setle lapeng. You are gonna be in charge of mahlohonolo a bana ba ka lapeng di ditlogolo and stuff. You are gonna stand in the line.
Dude.
You're gonna stand in the line until you get your things in order. Kana go you're standing in the line, just imagine yourself standing for like 5 hours, standing. How if we stool, how if we made just standing. What's a moto wa khatala? Onzo khatala, a katamo, okay, imagine fanele wenza Kupa, Baban Seba Pila, you're holding up the line. Because you can see Baba Bang, back sitting afterward. Banseba feta, they are getting their chairs, kana go na fitlepi, and then seba get ready to lot of honest, banseba kena stabazelo. That's why Hunter want to talk about Motseki, and then there's you who are still standing in the line. You are standing there in isolation. Hence, who like it, Kana go, you are getting an instructions, but like when I say, for the foyer how home, you are taught when now my name, yes. Exactly. Because this is for your home, it's a madinku, the jasili in because leho el anaukati almost sabisite. Why understand it?
I don't know Aiseng and Hasebe. Who tries a home after 10 years?
Why? So then you're gonna stand in the line, and I'm gonna go when you're standing in the line with Yatama. Because I think and as if for there when you didn't do the right thing.
This is
when also press on national, hey mama homo or else I'm gonna send you to prison or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Hands are cool spiritually, right? Ayatama lo hlahloba. Ha lo hlahloba o jetsa no ya kula lo motho mong a sa itibisising hantle hlahloba o jetsa no fanela yo twasa. O twasa ku twasa mang wena oneson sokuqala nje you're not even in the royal chair for you ho o be enough go be morena wa hore re batla go phamise lebitso le fane ya le lapa lena na o twase o bontshe borena wa bona ntho. Yes,
is it possible hore in this way they are on those bagara dinga kapa mathasana ba mostly confused ba jealous dimo sa motho wa le fona sa ka petty?
Good question.
Ba etsa jang
go wale o emi mo line ngo lo ntse a tshaki di betsa hae a tla petties.
Yeah.
Kara.
Yeah.
Ne kena ke neng mo nna ke twasa ene go bane ena ha petties.
Is it possible?
Because this one's ba bola we intriguing ke mental disorder.
Hence ke tsheke wa bona ha re le batho sedimo se o keneng, not everybody o keneng ke sedimo tlamile a lo twasa. Sometimes fanele kuyogezwa idlozi
nje,
sometimes fanele kubekwe idlozi kahle. You understand? Sometimes idlozi mhlawumbe livuka lilambile lifuneka nje kuphela liyinkambi lezo, which is what igobo for 1 week fela and then out. Or fela ho phahliswe hantle fela okay bonkgono le bontate mole re a bona re na le sekoloto re kopa tshwarelo re kopa le re ne matla ha re qeta mo we promise we shall. Wa bona ntho nna for example now una ba ba keneng aso go mohlomong bana le dikoloto okay shapo o keneng ho nna ona na le sekoloto tsa re ka lebaka la di circumstances ha gona o phethisa neo ya hae ya moya. Wa bona ntho because of Christianity who forced to ho kena kerekeng ka thunya. Why bona ntho so o kene una so because we want okay this one ke tlo metsa go be liberated a rata setso a rata history perfect o tla gona go tsedise pele ya. Even though ke dutse stele but ha ke dutse pentong ya spirit. Ha ke a dula ka botlalo na bona comfortability with the blanket and a pillow and stuff. Wa bona ba bang ba kena wena ke reincarnation o rata fela go tseya. Which is there's nothing wrong with that reincarnation.
So So are you saying, like, kinahana, personally, anyway, on the point, personally, kinahana is part now, especially in our generation, we sort of ignore it in a way. Right? Which kinahana, I get to be so you basically saying it's important on how we carry ourselves now for the coming generations.
Yes.
Because I'm doing or I'm not listening, the next thing I have to line in there. I'm 20 years. Aiseng wa ba go twa no.
Kanako how tsebe aruna snepe tao. We don't know anything about you, Lena how tsebe or anything. You know who tla fela ka yeso ga tsa ke nna le ntate mo le mama ka mo go ine le setloko tsebe ka teng. So when you want to make your problems my problems. Kanako I was not even in your time. Which is not fair because how le jalo ka mantse mang ke tswedisa pele ha o ka bela. Ya ka ke tswedisaneng. It's going to be a chain. I overlook myself for when ha qeta mo he ke tlo khutla hapa se ke shwe ke a tsoa ke tsoa for wena o tswedise yaka wena ya ha o itswedisa wa bona it doesn't end high fail.
So indoctrination of Christianity contributed towards confusion about Africa.
A lot because babang okay re tla understand wa bona o kene ke re keng ka sethunya wa la hlampepo ka lebaka la sethunya and what not. It's not like mohlomong sedimo ha se bone sometimes but at the end of the day you didn't fulfill your purpose. Why bona too you left now at least still fighting for a stranger.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And going forward, how do we correct it?
We need to take back our membership. Remember. Take back our membership. Don't be afraid. I want to recognize brainwash ne. Ho ba bohloko ho sa nahane against yona because it is something it was taught when over nako telele wa iphila ya onyana. And a change involves pain, suffering. And the people react differently to change.
Yeah.
Babang they embrace it, babang they kick it away. Why so Oscar Taba really. And living in regret. I don't like it when people live in regret because sometimes inside not kabom. You don't know. So staying in a place like regret, that place is a dark place. And I don't recommend people to stay in there. It's only udoda and usatwareli or something. I'm not telling you how much I'll find it immediately. Yeah, sharp, go through that. But don't stay in that place for too long. Because that place is too dark. And when it is dark, it becomes easier for the dark spirits, the dark forces to for example. Rona motho fela ka bona go mohlomong ka botshwere ke depression. Ha tswere ke depression jalo o sa fihla to that stage of suicidal. You know black people ba jwa suicide like why you why una no ke mang nga gasis man you should like but you don't that is why people think because khale before the white men came here it's not like but they didn't go through the most. They did. Impa banenze ba khuthatsana for you to yes and then to how fihla to that place, you know, for a person or aba fihla to that place ya uba suicidal, it takes a lot. You don't just wake up and say, well, I want to commit suicide. No, you go through a lot happens. And in here hence le ha ke phahla kapa ke phahlisa motho kapa ha ke mo rapedisa ke re tlhatlhamatsholo o etse hore moyo mo o tlang ka mefutafuta o mathela ho le ene o tlang ka bokulo, because even being sick is a spiritual attack sometimes. O tlang ka bokulo kapa ka motho hobane le motho wa kgona ga fihla o le o tlang ka phofolo se ka motho dithokolosi o tlang le ka mohopolo as well, because everything starts in here before it qeteletse ietsu. I get it. So you were already thinking, you're already dead spiritually. I get it. You're depressed. You stayed in that place, in that dark place. How qeteletse? Yes, and then unzotela. So the final door is what? Is suicide. You think about it.
Over and over.
Yes, we plan. Dude, mamela, why plan? Kitlo jata no nena lingotse. Kitlo na parafin. King it laban slow. King it laban in. King it laban slow. At the end of the day, I just want to end it all. In a day, unahana all these ways until ubo fihla to that final.
Key.
This one is gonna work for me. Uketetse we it.
You know, one of
because hateleile ntho e ya hore batho ba tshaba no why not sa bue it's not easy.
And how
you take o never au jaja wa bona ho jaja ho wa motho a re they behaving like Christ. You taking a white man's perspective where you're not supposed to kill yourself because the Bible says you shouldn't commit suicide. It's a sin. For who? For what? Kanjani? I'm going through the most and I'm just like a baby. You cannot tell me really one why understand that too? But then because black people now we are communal, baneba hahana. Ahana for you to actually isn't the white man only me for myself, you for your own self, you for own yourself. I'm minding your own business and stuff. And if you're gonna kill yourself, you are just a weakling. No. Never out of the dark place. Do you understand?
You mentioned fear. And here is my take, or maybe on fear. Number one, jwalo ka ho hlalositse Stunya in what did they do? They instill fear. If you don't believe in this, fear. Like this fear, it's I guess the biggest solution right. Even now, you could be telling somebody the truth. What's the first thing that comes out first? Fear.
Yes,
and it's really already paralyzed. You know, because now I be some sort of be careful about whatever that I say, yeah? Utlwa here. Kisi is true. Vaya kereke. Yes, I'm kifie. I guess I kereke is true as and now Karabo Nchalava. My relating to the solution, I've got fear to the solution. Well, I understand.
Yeah.
So I get to be now like fear, fear. It's wana mu Africa, wana mu Timo.
Overcome fear.
Thank you. Ke eng ho tshaba. Ke tlo e hlola jwang hobane ke yona e meng ka pele ho rona le mohlomong tsohle. Le hore ha nako e fitla hore modimo a ngopole kapa badimo ba ngopole ke a tshaba tla mohlomong ka nkane ho bitse go feta ka monana fela le tsho.
I think fear came probably this idea of the unknown, or something could go wrong. Who's be confident because it builds up. Because who you put that you don't have any answers to. I don't know if you understand what why bonanto. Nobody these thoughts are what it's gonna the person next to me gonna say. Oh, I understand that too. How are they going to perceive it? Once again, self-esteem problems. Once again, seeking validation. Is it right? But is it right, Mashonga Mango, the next person? How are they going to see it? Wabana na kujetsa something with me. Na mwaka ki muruti kereke. Na kutla na kereke nya apostol. Ne apostola Volosiani, not St. John. Apostola, the old, the original one before the okay, we understand hand clap, but keep it down. We understand? Yeah, apostola, the original Volosiani. Haile moruti le jwalo o na le ngwana e leng hore ke Karabo ha itlhalosa batho hore ke moheteng wa bona hobane mme wa ka ke ngaka le yena ke nka ho yena ntho e Yesu le re we are gifted people like that ona dingaka ba profeta batho ba tseba tlhare batho understand like everyone, so it's not a mistake hore motho o be ngaka today. Why one? Yeah, kinto eating in the family. Why one and two? Sekla na kambuto. Okay, why in? Sapili with me, I was afraid. Hore utlong kukajang, she's probably gonna disown me, or maybe but lo re tla moswabi sa mama, sing hore ke moruti, and then na ke re ke moeteni, I'm anti-Christ. I keep kereke. How are people doing? But at the end of the day, why tlamehile? Because this thing kine kina le yona ka lebaka la hore ke shebele dintho lihlong la mama. Wa bona ntho ke shebele dintho lihlong la mama. So with everything ke etsa for mama.
So tlapele in whole life, basically.
Wa bona ntho ke tjho.
No, not disrespect. But
so no, it's not disrespect, but it's he come holding that thing. Mama was okay, but no, mama, because I feel like Bukrestebo be hore.
Honor.
Dude, it's a scam. Do you understand? Our forefathers were actually robbed. They were scammed. They were tortured. Why must you stay in a place ailing hore it is not free? But about tepisa freedom who years with just menila. You know we are hlupega go to just years ngelila. Empa tsa go sidima o fihla o phahla go bogolo le bontate mo. It's like this and this and this and this and this and this and this. I need you to answer me. Please give me a sign. You cannot throw me your baby away. You brought me into this life. You cannot abandon me. I never you laugh. And I sit like trust me. Nna ke tseba ka nna. Ha o tsho o teba sidimo o re bonkgono le bontate moholo kopa 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Please man, please. Yes. Lala, listen, it's gonna happen like that. But we have people, for example, we have people learning hore motho a sa le ntsa soteya. Mapila bona ka o fele qetetse se ikentse mokgwa wa lapa le nana ba yoze ba fe ba lo ba tlupeka ba njalo go ba ntse ba fola line ba lo kena New Jerusalem Anglican Church. But ke tshwere lentse la hore ba tsa brainwash monate jang le monate ye le monate wa tsaba ha o batla o thola motho ne tlamelo mo qale ka mo ka kelelong ha qeta ho bothing onyena mali unesitulo esiphezulu ezulwini mohluphekile uJesu ukuthanda kakhulu unesitulo esiphezulu kakhulu ezulwini mohluphekile kama nje mama kana ko hubua mang ntate mohutu ona le jeep
ana ya
ona le jeep kodwa o jetsa hore mohluphekile let the poor say I'm rich because I'm rich in the word of the Lord.
Karabo.
That is strong.
Karabo.
The weak side is strong.
Karabo.
Karabo.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. No, the
remember,
thing is,
Karabo Word.
You must think about these things.
Yeah.
Because you are having this trust in something alien you're not even sure.
Sorry.
Dude, re na le sedimo sa o na le ntatemolo o ha o tshwana le wena hantle
SS.
complexion, everything. Telling that in Chadi at Armapilonga or Naliska Galibaka in or why me or in. Everything happens in our lives or everything happens for a reason. And it happens to our lives for in Kajaloka school. Heaven also a tutor for test you are gonna fail. You're gonna fail.
Yeah,
Simple.
it's one.
So unless if iluhoga how we tuti le country you're gonna pass, you're gonna move, you're gonna grow. It's finally pay. Go through it. It so that you can grow. Grow ki you understand? Because you're not gonna stay in the mud forever.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand that too? I'm not be a Christian. I get rare because I'm not getting. But it's a country.
Hey, Linda gets a magnet.
Why one?
Then night Tabu Crest, let me make it publicly. It's something give a taking. But Hanaka, hey, Manesugana, we need a
episode 2.
Yeah, part 2.
Because
we didn't even touch the surface.
Nothing! Like nothing! No!
I was not that introduction.
Introduction. Because I was like, okay, come with about this and this and this and this. So like, hey, you wrote this about Palestine and this was it like, I thought about this line, bro. Like, you said this, and I was telling my good friend, like, dude, there's this line. So Jesus, your line comes with T's and C's.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah!
That's a bar!
I wrote actually, I don't know about my media. I haven't a babuyi, let's have a lake.
Mama made.
He tried to wireless. He tried to wireless.
I want to radio. 16 years.
Wireless.
Yeah.
I have this poem that I wrote actually. I was approached by this other organization by Free Palestine early last year. April. They're like, okay, Karabo, could you please we actually need this poem in an they're like, okay, Team Ki Free Palestine. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, firstly, it's something alien so okay, interest I said anything, watch, trust me. I said anything. I think or last month. 4 years, I'm talking about years. Primary school, high school, Motseki tutor, like Niki around my Indian Muslim understand? So I know these people's vibes and how they are, how they pray, how they believe, and what. So I was like, oh, okay. So little I can shop on who the donation to run for donation for food, Free Palestine, Waka Fish Place. So I'm like, okay, Iriki understand me. So Kabeki understand, no, it's similar to apartheid. Why? Because this is Israel oppressing Palestine. Jaloka how the Western wing oppressed Africa. Ki apartheid, ki colonialism. Why to? Okay, Iriki understand. Dude, I had 2 weeks after I prepared and for some clinics too. Okay, so I brainstorm. God. Mind you, I'm getting paid for this gig, ne? I'm getting paid for it. Okay. Would you believe me? Friday, no, Thursday, tomorrow Friday, Saturday, ki the event. Kuona ki fihlanka yona le everything. Le teng ha ke ngola le ho mohlomong ne le ho seng ke la tsuba ka okay. Pene le pampiri. Ke ne ke robetse, ke la fihlela ke mogokonyana. It's like you to mama, the muse came and I just kept writing. And writing. I mean, never my last word will be me. Why born? Until little holy penny kelelo it's enough.
So you still write like?
Yes, and I can want a pencil. I want a pen. I write like this,
I didn't know
like
you
pencil.
Interesting,
paper.
interesting.
So,
Interesting.
Before, by the time how can I perform? He perform my ilori. Se ke type ke edit and stuff. The how ke pre-publish ke be maybe on the pages and wherever. Kona ke tla type ngabona ga batho ba tsebe o e bala.
So you still write? Sorry, you still write like old school way?
Yes, ka pensele, ka raba, ka ing. Yeah, I still do that.
I can't type. I can't write.
So no.
I need to have like pen,
yes,
and I need to
pen.
stretch.
You need to scribble. Yes, you need to scribble. You need to scribble.
Doesn't fit.
No. Yes.
Okay, how about?
Waban kangola ka taliona ka okay. Ucho re mpa thing. Kila understand okay. Because these people are so much they're big on resources.
Yeah.
Belief. When Emmanuel and Niki Allah. That's it. You're not who impose a belief hence because Allah Emmanuel. Kangola. So kangola in the sense of even first person sense why when even mutu obuang hore like mutu abuelang setjhaba. I like you read hore I wanted to write this cry in Hebrew.
Yes.
So that you can understand what do I mean.
Yes.
But then here goes. Yes, jalo fel.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's also sort of peace again.
Hey,
Second
second episode.
Second episode.
see.
You will see.
See one on me.
I promise.
But hey, Manesu,
I promise. We talk about the episode double bed. I'm gonna come. This is what I'm saying. I can show maybe or whatever. It's about from Aiseng, and then I'll give you all my time. It's about scheduling. Saka kingotoke plug souls.
but that's so hey, really I get 10% nyana monna.
I think that was 5.
That's a show.
I think that's 5.
Yeah, it's a 10% of a brain because she has a lot. We are privileged for we feed so much in such a long time, in such a short time. And we spend most of the time today going up and down. And crazily, this is our first time in
I'll tell you something, Babu. Since 2020, COVID, the time to how not to like the performer online, performer camera. Facebook. I'm like, oh okay, I love your piece. I love your piece. Let's share your feed, your WhatsApp. Until today. Maybe perhaps. Come on.
Alright, this was a 4th episode.
I get a little just thinking, maybe give on.
Perhaps maybe. One day it happens.
This conversation just goes on like that. We all meeting together for the first time today. And
Alright, like, subscribe, follow us on every social media.
Kiteng Facebook at Karabo Word, on Instagram ki Karabo Word, on TikTok ki Karabo Word _8. Yes.
Motlatsi.
thank you guys.
Episode 2 is coming.
Part 2.
Second part.
Part 2.
It has to happen. I feel like there's gonna be 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I think like it's not gonna end. This is like so much the world that can never run dry.
It's okay. I mean, if the universe wants it to be like that,
So
am I to
That's
say
what
no?
I wanted to ask you. Can I ask this question before this episode ends? Please. I promise. You can just take 2 minutes to answer. So I'm going through your profile. I was like, okay, that's Karabo. So quick one. You can use 2 lines, 4 lines. So mokgethu ake. Ole o na le pina. Le sa what comes after sa?
Ngoma.
Yeah. Sa.
Yeah, sangoma. Ngoba uvuswa ingoma.
Thank you. So this is what I wanted to ask you honestly. You believe in the universe. You believe, I don't know, the law of attractions. You give this, you receive. That's what you believe in. But at the same time, you are rooted in
England.
Badimo.
Yeah.
Thin line. Like, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, how do you fuse the two? Is there a law that allows that to happen, kind of vibe? Because you are on it. You are on it. You always to the universe, to the universe, to the universe. And then you're like, which does not happen often or a lot. I needed you to answer that for me, well, and for others.
Okay. Basebenzisana more, because this is nature. There is the universe, there is Badimo in everywhere, in everything.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to what I said. Kabadimo Batla. Example, this plant, to a person fella is just a plant. Mara, this is the universe. This is Sidimu. Do I understand? Yes. So, disability more all these things.
Okay.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you.
Yeah. Relevile he.
Thank you.
Kopana, motlare kopana, hasidimu le nature dumetse.
Yes.
Mare he, we are forever in tune with ourselves, with all natural progression na teng. Re mo lebihile ga itse dia ka banna ke nya ka letse. E ka ba letse tsa blueprint ya jol code.
Black souls.
Black souls.
Yes.
We are
We're
part.
innate.
I mean,
We meet for the first time and then we apply.
it's where we are PFF.
Why? Aren't we?
Badilimo.
Aren't we?
Hi, we are.
Get our roads. Gelema.